Hello everyone, this is Marjorie and welcome to my channel. I appreciate you stopping by and spending a little time with me today. And just as a little forewarning, if you hear a little munchkin in the background, that is my grandson. He wanted to be in here while I recorded my voiceover. So I'm actually participating in this monthly challenge hosted by Melissa from Melissa Makes It DIY, and it's her Keep It Simple Sunday. So I have this beautiful sign, this beautiful black and white welcome sign that I got from the craft outlet, and all I'm doing here is attaching some cable tie holders. Sorry, I can't really think of what it is right now, but I'm using it with some hot glue and super glue to make sure it has a strong hold on it. And I'm putting 4 of them on there so I can make sure it's a good hold on this wreath. So what I'm gonna do is actually have
Help.
Are you gonna help me?
Okay.
So I have this 14-inch wreath frame from the Dollar Tree, and it's got 6 sections, and in each section I'm going to add 3 pipe cleaners. Two pipe cleaners on the bottom 2 wreath rings, and 1 on the top 2 or inner 2 wreath rings, as you see me doing here. So you'll need at least a total of 18 pipe cleaners for this, and then also the sign I do attach with pipe cleaners as well. This to me is very easy and quick and affordable, and it is, to me it is better. It is better for me to, it's better than purchasing a work wreath frame with stuff already on it for, 2-3 times what it costs to make your own. Now I have this beautiful white window pane mesh from Deco Mesh. From Craft Outlet, sorry. And you see there was just a little piece of the mesh that was unraveling, and so I just unraveled all of it. But this mesh is really good. It's so beautiful. It gives it a completely different look than the standard mesh that I like to use, and so I love incorporating the window pane mesh into some of my wreaths. I'm just using my Dollar Tree rotary cutter, and it works just great, and I was actually cutting those at 20 inches. So I have this other Deco Mesh, this 21-inch, that I also got from Craft Outlet. So if you know me by now, Craft Outlet is one of my favorite places to get all my wreath stuff. You can definitely, even if you don't make wreaths, I know a lot of crafters out there like to get different ribbon. And ribbon there is really good quality, and it's so pretty and affordable. Like, they're always getting new stuff in there, so check it out. I'm not sponsored or anything, but man, I'm just a really huge fan. So here I'm just taking my 21-inch mesh, and I had gathered the end of it, and then I used a zip tie to attach it to the frame. And then I'm just measuring out 10 inches to make a 10-inch poof, and I'm going to do that all around into each one of the pipe cleaners. Now I do like to fluff out my little poofs as I go. That's completely up to you. You don't have to. You can actually fluff them out after you've gotten all your mesh on there, but either way, that's completely up to you. So here I'm showing that I've got my last pipe cleaner at the bottom, and this is, I still do the same measuring of 10 inches and put it up into the next pipe cleaner to my right. You could do it to the left or whatever, but the right side is the way I go. And then I just finish off the center of the wreath the same way that I did the outside. So you'll have 6 pipe cleaners on the inner rings, And then you'll have a total of 12 pipe cleaners on the outer rings. I see some people that use a little dab of hot glue to kind of keep the pipe cleaners in place, but I find that once you get all your mesh on there and you fluff it out just right, you really don't have to, because everything measures out the same, and so it kind of puts all the keeps all the Chanel stems or pipe cleaners in the same location. And here I'm showing you that I am going to zip tie the end of it to just the same way I did from the top. Thank you, baby. And then I just make sure that I cut that zip tie as flush as possible, so don't really, nobody could potentially hurt themselves. So as you see, once you fluff all that up, you can't even tell where your zip ties were, so you don't know where the beginning or the end is. So I take my 20-inch Deco Mesh, and I'm just curling it in a couple of times on both sides, and then I run it up to make a cruffle. Now, I do love the Cruffle Method just because it gives you a little difference of a ruffle, and you can also see a little bit of curl from the Deco Mesh on the curled ends. So I do like to use this method a lot, but you can definitely, there's other things that you can do, like just a curl method or the ruffle method. So here's some beautiful ribbon that's also from Craft Outlet, and I've got this ribbon that I thought matched perfectly with the sign, this 2.5-inch ribbon that I cut into 14-inch tails, and I just cut a total of 18 so I can have one set into each of the pipe cleaners. And I'm showing you here just how to dovetail. I'm sure everybody knows how. I like to do 2 at a time. I find that if I do more than 2 ribbons at a time, then some of them get kind of crazy looking. So I just do 2 at a time. So here I've got my pipe cleaners on my sign, and I'm going to attach them to this wreath frame. And normally, if you've watched my channel, you'll see that I do like to do at least 1 to 3 bows on my wreath, but with this one, I don't plan to do a bow, so it's just a little bit different than what I'm used to doing, but I really like how this turned out. I think it's gorgeous. So, like I said, I put 4 pipe cleaners on the sign just to make sure that it will hold in place and be pretty steady.
No comment. No changing.
So here I'm showing you how I get my ribbon tails together. As you notice, you look at the 1.5-inch ribbon. I did not dovetail it on the 1.5-inch. I normally don't. I just cut it at an angle, and that's what I did. So I just take the 1.5-inch ribbon and I place it on top of the 2.5-inch ribbon at an angle. I do a slight cross. I pinch the middle, and then I go ahead and kind of curve out the tails, the ends of the tails. And then I attach it right on top of the ribbon. And here you can either cut the pipe cleaner, or you could just kind of roll it under like I did. And this is the beautiful finished product. I really enjoy this one. I love how it looks. This is an everyday wreath. But please stop by in the description box and find the playlist for everybody. Have a blessed day.
Mommy?